Can you read? What does it say? Deadly van attack. Now, whoa. Wait a minute. We're gonna have to go after the vans now. Because vans are killing people. We can't have this. Or if there's some parts in the vans that are making them strong or go fast, some type of tires, we're gonna have to come with some van control or some type of legislation to make sure that the vans don't kill people. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, all right? I'm sensitive to the pain. I know what's going on. It was a bad day for Toronto. 9 people dead, as you can see on television, more than 12 wounded, van attack. Now, this is a perfect example for some stupid Americans who cannot understand that you do not need a gun to kill people. I'm surprised that this was not an AR-15. If it was an AR-15, oh my goodness, all hell would have broken loose. Deerfield, Illinois would have been like, you know what, enough is enough. We got to get the AR-15s now, or it's going to be $10,000 fine a day. Because if you don't do that, we're going to come to your door and get the guns. And people believe in this crap because can they say, all right, the government, okay? Can the government say, all right, now people are using vans to kill people. We're going to have to go after the vans. If a car is, is strong like this, a strong car, very powerful car, one car that can kill 9 people in one shot, one attack, we're going to have to make them smaller. Reduce their strength, just like they neutered the semi-automatic rifles or semi-automatic handguns. You see? You don't need 15 rounds. You need 10 rounds. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I need when you have fucking men with you walking around with machine guns trying to protect your fucking coward ass? Corrupt legislators, stupid liberals, crazy psychopath rich people. You think that you're safe? I'm gonna tell you something. Keep on hurting people. Keep on making people feel bad to see if one day your own security guard is not gonna turn the gun on you. Watch. Your own security guard will turn the gun on you. Why? Because all you do is sit behind a desk hurting people with your pen. That's why I tell people this. Sometimes the pen can be mightier than the weapon. The corrupt legislators that are behind desks writing unconstitutional laws to turn your rights into privilege. Do you think they have guns? They don't have guns when they're doing this. They use pen. You see? All they have to do is just sit down and being bored, take some shots or whiskey or Patron, and say, you know what? Let's bother the fucking homeowners been talking about the gun rights. There's no rights over here. The Second Amendment is not absolute. Damn it. Well, let me tell you something. Do you know how disrespectful some politicians are to tell law-abiding citizens what the Second Amendment means? Since when the founding fathers of this country needed somebody's private interpretation to convey what they meant to say to them? We don't need you to convey anything to us. We don't need you to tell us what it means. It's black on white. It's black on white. We don't need your interpretation because you're a politician. People can, do you know how disrespectful politicians are? They think that you cannot take care of yourself. You cannot have a woman in the house. You need their permission to get married. And people go to City Hall all the time giving governments rights over their relationships. Did you know that the minute that you have sex with a woman that's your wife, okay, I break up with you, I don't want to be with you anymore. The minute that whenever you see that girl or this man, there's an eye contact, you're going to remember when you were naked with him? Or you're going to remember that day when you were naked with her? That's why it's so easy. When you had sex with a woman once, it's easy to have sex with her again. What's there to hide? You already see her naked. It all depends on what you did to her. All right? You didn't hurt her family member. You didn't hurt her feelings like that. You didn't cheat like a savage motherfucker. It was just a misunderstanding, arguments or something. She thought that you were cheating, or she was too possessive, or he was too possessive, and then somehow we split up. These two people living in a room, in a bar, you're going to find them on top of each other. Again. So, for you to be willing to give government right over you, that's a stupid move. Now, a lot of law-abiding citizens are saying, what the fuck? I'm following the law. No misdemeanors, no felonies, no violent crimes. And when you call DOJ in the state of California and asking him about how do you apply for concealed permit, asking him questions, even when you mention the Second Amendment right, you can call if you want. Call DOJ if you live in California and ask him about, if I apply for a concealed permit, I don't have any criminal history, any felonies, will I get denied? You know what they're going to tell you? It's completely up to the sheriff. People that I know, good men that I know, who's trying to protect themselves and their family, went to that sheriff in Hurley Way in Sacramento. They told me that the sheriff said, well, I give less people permits than any other sheriffs out there. It all depends on if he's having a good day or a bad day. If you lucky is having a good day and he happens to like your ass, you'll get that permit. But if he doesn't like your attitude, he doesn't like you, you're not gonna get that permit. Now, somebody's emotion exceeds your right. A God-given right to self-defense, or they turning it into privilege. You see what's going on when you're following the law or the laws? Now, criminals have nothing to be worried about. They commit crimes whenever they want to. Sometimes they have some... You ever heard of ghost guns? Ghost guns. Like the guns with no serial numbers. These guns, when they shoot you, if somebody shoot this gun and know how to melt it, they will never find out what killed you. And these guns are right here in the United States. Imagine you have a weapon that the government, nobody knows what it is. It's like an alien came from another planet and shot you and left. You're gone. That's it. But you went to take this class, paid all these fees, right? A bunch of fees. It almost cost you $1,000 to get a permit in some states in the United States, especially in California. Guns are not cheap. You gotta get the guns. You gotta take the classes. You gotta buy ammos. You gotta pay for your biometric to be taken. Everything you gotta pay. That's what happens. Every time they change your right into a privilege, they can charge you now. All right. Say you got a traffic violation. Okay? The instructor, the first thing that he or she has to say, and she got to make sure that she says it, especially if there's a secret investigator in there trying to make sure that everything is being implemented. Your driver's license is not a right. It's a privilege. They got to make sure to tell you that so that you understand that a driver's license is a privilege. So if it's a privilege, I can bring a bunch of policies, a bunch of laws behind it that can take it away from you. When you're on YouTube, stop watching bullshit crap, dumb rappers talking about I got big dick, I fuck bitches all the time. This is garbage. Those are people that are talking about things that don't mean anything. Go see how some people are saying that you do not need a driver's license to drive in the United States. Your car is your property. You can be a traveler. It's the United States. But in your school, they're not going to teach you that. Otherwise, why would you need a driver's license? Your vehicle, your property, it's your vehicle. They're asking you for driver's license. They're asking you for registration, everything. It almost gets to the point where you don't have a right to live anymore. And I swear to God, if the government or governments could find a way to charge you per hour or per day the amount of air that you breathe in, they would do that. You don't even think. You don't even have the right to drink water, the right to water, something that sustains life. The right to eat. Anything that you need, you gotta buy it. When they didn't create anything, why is that people say that we trust in our governments when they're fighting against you every single day? Do you even think, can you spend a week or 5 weeks without drinking water or eating food? It's like the world becomes a business, a plantation. In New York, some of my family members were trying to grow some stuff in the backyard. You got motherfuckers in suit, dressing nicely, saying, how much could we pay you so that you can stop this from going on? They do not want you to grow food. Because if you do it, neighbors are doing it, everybody's are doing it, what's going to happen? If you have beans in your backyard and I have rice in my backyard, we don't need to go to the supermarket because that's how it was in the old day. Neighbor, you try to make some rice and beans today? You got the rice, I got the beans. Give me some rice, I'll give you some beans. You see, that's how it was in the old days. But somebody got greedy, say, man, you know what? Fuck. She got the beans, I got the rice. Her husband passed away, and she's alone. How about I kill her and take over this property? Now I have rice and beans. Now if somebody got meat, I can sell them that, hey, I'll give you some rice and beans if you give me some meat. And I kill that person, and I'm gonna have rice, beans, and meat. That's how people became rich and wealthy. There's no rich person that is a good person. I want you to understand this. Most people that are wealthy are selfish people. Most of them, not all. I'm gonna say it again. Most rich people are selfish. Don't you think that your rights that are being taken away from you by corrupt legislators is because rich people are behind it? Why do you think they can't relate to you every time a black kid got shot with no guns for no reason? It's because in rich neighborhood, things like that don't happen. Let's reverse it. Let's say every day, rich people get up, they turn on the television, and all they see on TV is some rich white kid or rich Asian kid or rich black kid in their neighborhood getting shot by the police. They'll use all the resources that they have to make sure that that chief of police doesn't have a job anymore. Get rid of him. We don't want that. Why do you think that a lot of big channels like Fox News, every time somebody got shot or the two guys who were being discriminated against at Starbucks are talking and people are saying that it was racism, it was they were being discriminated against, that's not fair, they did that to them because they're black, and you see all these wealthy journalists, white as hell, always come up to say, we don't know what happened. How do we know this is racism? Oh my gosh, this is impossible. Now they're trying to use this. Now the liberals are trying to use that to just make black people weak. How do we know? Like, when you go to if you're really a real estate agent or to businessman, why can't you buy two cups of coffee, right? It should be easy for you to buy 2 cups of coffee. I'm gonna tell you something. This is to show you that they cannot understand your pain, your frustration. You got this little Peckerwood, what's his name? Ben Shapiro, talking about, I mean, how did they know that? Well, when they showed up at 3:35 and the manager called the police at 3:37. This is great. This is impossible. You cannot really, they cannot really give you an argument. Why shut down 8,000 stores in one day, losing over $6 million? Why would you do that? You could tell that by the way that he was talking. The man loves Starbucks. That's what he likes. That's what the fuck he likes. Why the fuck would you want to shut down my coffee place over 2 black guys who were being discriminated against? That's fucked up. You see, this is what we have going on in this country. Remember, people are waking up. When the time comes for the people to say enough is enough, don't hide. Don't hide. In London, look what's going on. Now they ban knives. Knives. Because they noticed that the gun ban doesn't work because people are getting stabbed all the time every 5 seconds. Let's ban all the knives. As if people will not find a way to kill people. Look what happened. 9 people dead. 1 van. Imagine 20 men on van say that they were on a mission to kill people. Do you need a goddamn semi-automatic weapon to do that? Do you need a goddamn AR-15 to do that? People are going crazy. It's not the van who killed the people. The man had some mental problem. He probably was hurt. He used the van so he could express his frustration in his crazy way. It's the same thing for the guns. There's a lot of people out there that are law-abiding citizens, right? And they're getting frustrated. I can control myself. I can do that. But there are some people, when they lose their composure, say, what the fuck, man? Now they're going to come to like the people in Deerfield, Illinois, right? Shit, man, I fucking work hard. I'm a decent law-abiding citizen. I bought my weapon legally, registered my weapons. And because of some a lunatic from Parkland chose to go to some school and kill people, now I got to pay for this? When I had nothing to do with it? If I don't turn my gun in 60 days, they're gonna start charging me $1,000 per day. $1,000 per day? Is that fucking fair to me? Now this is what you're doing to people. A lot of you legislators out there thinking that you're doing a good job because you're getting money. All right? These people are getting upset. Now, if they lose it and go to some crazy, you're going to be like, oh my God, these guns are killing people. These vans are killing people. You stupid motherfucker. Let me tell you something, since you're stuck in your little world. A pilot, if he's having a bad day, he's being suicidal. People don't tell you certain shit like that. People don't tell you that I'm suicidal. You just call them and like, hey, how's it going? So everything is good? Yeah, I'm alright, I'm doing fine, having fun, cracking jokes. And the next day you wake up and you watching the news. What happened? Oh, my girl or my friend just blew his brain or her brains out. Out of the blue, he told me he was fine. This guy just got a good job. He got all the nice cars, all the pretty women, or she got everything she needs. She's the boss, and then she blew her brains. You don't know when people flip. Every time you're on that plane, and you make it to the next state or the next country, be grateful. Every time you're on that train and you make it to the next stop, be grateful. You take that Uber, Lyft, the taxi cab, limo, and you make it to the next place, so you make it to your destination, be grateful. Be grateful. Because you never know when people are going to flip. Because they are, not the government of the United States alone. Governments in the world are hurting people. And people are saying, God damn it, enough is enough. People are going crazy out here. Remember, the sun don't shine forever. A good deed, one good deed, can save a lot of people. The people of the United States are asking for their rights. They're just asking for AR-15. Now in some states you cannot even defend yourself. This just came to my mind. In your own home. Because you can get sued or you can go to prison for life for defending your life. Oh, the guy came to your house with a 22 or with a 45. That's overkill to use an AR-15 or a Magnum 44. I don't fucking need a competition of fairness. Talk about, oh, that's not fair for you to use this weapon. Anything that I can grab in my hand that can stop this killer. Because before he came to my house, he walked to my house, he decided to die. He didn't care anymore. I'm going to tell you something. If you never did this before, if you're thinking about doing this, the minute that you grab your guns and you decide to go to somebody else's house to rob them, to rape their women, or to rape their children, you decided to die. That's the decision that you just made, in case you didn't know that. So somebody like this, when they come to you, to your house, they don't care about their lives. They're criminals anyway. They're coming to get you. So now, you're going to tell me that you have a weapon in your house and the government does not allow it to, the government does not allow you to use that weapon to stop a criminal from shooting you. But when they have the cops out there, they have automatic weapons, things that are very effective, that are better than what the criminals are using so that they can stay alive. This is to show you that equality does not exist. We don't want no peace, sir. We want equal rights and justice. This is something that we shall never have. And I'm going to tell you before I close on this video, a lot of you out there that are Christians, that are waiting for a beast to come with 7 heads and 21 horns, you are in a dream. The devil or 2-legged human being looking just like you. These are the devils. You ever seen a politician in the street? You ever seen how many security guards that he or she has? The type of guns that they have watching them 24/7? It's because these cowards are afraid to die. But when it comes to your life, baby, you don't need protection like that. Do you know how disrespectful that is? Trivializing your right. You're not important. Why the fuck would you need protection? Why don't you become a politician so that you can be protected? That's what they are trying to tell you. Now, if you're still living in a bubble world, you're going to hate this video. You're going to hate it. Because you got problem up here in your head. You cannot comprehend something that is deep. But I'm telling you, I'm letting you know, a time shall come where people will lose trust in government. People will not watch the news. Your words will not be valuable. And this day will be the day where people will say, oh my God, I wish I wasn't born in this world. Why do you think people are committing suicide? It's because they feel like they don't fit in. You don't know which is which. You don't know what to do. You do the right thing, you get in trouble. You do the wrong thing, you get in trouble. What the fuck do they want you to do? Rich people, people with money are psychopaths. They are so afraid. They think that if they give you rights to have weapons, one day you're going to come and get what they have. They worry about what they have in their possession. Do you see how many security guards rich people have? Oh, law-abiding citizens cannot have weapons. Did you know that there are ways that you can apply if you worth a lot of money to have full automatic weapons? It will be issued to you. You just don't know. Go to DOJ to see. This country is not about poor people or middle class. It's either you're rich or you're poor. That AR-15 game that they have going on, all these children in the street marching for our lives, protesting, never owned a weapon before. Don't even know how a gun works. Thinking that guns are the problem. Now, when you watch this video, look at it. Deadly van attack. This time it's not an AR-15. How about a march in the street for our lives against all the big vans? Let's make them smaller. We need vans regulations. We don't need those big vans out there that can kill 9 people in one shot and wounded 12 people. We don't need vans. We need make them in plastic now. Sponge, so that when they hit people, it's just sponge and nobody will get hurt. Stop with your obsession with vans, with cars. Cars kill people. I fucking hate cars. We need cars regulation. Why the fuck do we need cars that can go 200 miles an hour? When the fastest you can go is 80 miles an hour. You cannot do 100. Why do we need 200? Let's talk about cars, luxury cars, regulations now. We need car control, van control, tire control, all type of control, because we need to preserve lives. If you're smart, you will be laughing now. I know you're laughing because you understand exactly what I'm doing. Because that's exactly what the politicians are doing, playing games with your lives.